Emblem 10. Alright, Thunder Goddess Ishtar, 40 plus 10 plus 10, 44 HP, 57 attack, plus attack variant, 42 speed, 23 defense, 32 res. Mjolnir, reposition Moonbow, Swiss Barrel 2, Desperation, Odd Attack, Wave, and QP. This is very similar to what I run on her personally.
Interesting.
Except for QP, but yeah, Swiss Barrel Desperation with Odd Attack Wave. Just basically add Desperation, she comes with advantage. Mjolnir, special trigger cooldown count -1. If you initiates combat or is not adjacent to an ally, grants speed +6 during combat. So instead of before where it's only on initiation, if you're just sold, plus speed +6, which makes some sense considering she had a wave skill. So she might be sold, so that speed can now be used defensively. If unit initiates combat,
which is pretty handy.
It is. Or if unit's not adjacent to an ally, grants attack speed +5 during combat, and neutralizes effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks.
And SP064654.
Half of Null Followup.
Half of Null Followup, the part that we think is most important for Ishtar. Thank you, Silverhammer. I'll check it out. But this is also, if you guys recall, on Shamira's guess, wasn't it? On the mock-up?
I think so. I think this was on Shamil's mock-up.
Oh, or was it the other? No,
I don't have it, but I can see if I can find it.
Actually, or was it the other? Okay, it was one of the mock-ups had this. Is the point? All right.
Yeah.
But it's really good because that's the thing that we think might hold back Ishtar. Now, we did think she could either just be like essentially a blue Lyon in a way. But if she has something that prevents units, enemies, heroes from making a follow-up, yeah, that's still really, really good. Half of Null Followup is quite important nowadays. If you guys recall, there are a lot of heroes that you can attack, but you can't get 2 shots on because they have wary or wary-like conditions. So this is significant. So when she initiates, additional 11 speed, or she's just not next to anybody, and then another 5 attack and half a Null Followup with special trigger cooldown count -1. It's nothing crazy, but it's still really, really good, I would say. So to conclude on this build, I think it's alright. It's instant Moonbow, which isn't crazy. Get that first shot in, maybe get the kill early on. But at 1 cooldown Moonbow, you attack, they attack, and with the Null Followup part, do you really need QP anymore? It's more about trying to get 1 shot than I would say in a build like this. If anything, because she now uses essentially solo Mjolnir, right? Attack speed solo, attack defense solo, anything like that would help her a lot. So I would instead just run that. But yeah, it's not bad.
No. She doesn't quite have the defensive stats to be able to just go with stacking solo skills. But as far as offensive presence, with just how fast she's going to be able to get, it's hard to deny that she's going to be able to make an impact.
Yep. She's also still pretty, chat. And yeah, Desperation, I think, is still recommended. Silver V. Well, yeah.
I'm guessing you just need to keep on grinding SP for this. But,
during combat, neutralize effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks. So technically, Windsweep is now her best.
Is actually her best B skill now.
Yeah, because she has the res.
About that for a moment.
She has the res to take on mages, right? Her HP, her res wouldn't be so bad for that part. And since she's running solo, essentially, well, it's not necessarily solo as long as you initiate, but if you want to keep everything and just keep her alone, you'll get the most benefit out of her on both phases. So since Mjolnir wants to be solo, attack speed solo works out a lot. Higher attack, higher speed. Rail's attack speed therefore becomes your best C slot skill. And then of course you can just run another attack speed solo on top of that. Not worrying about defense anymore because Windsweep, I mean, she is pretty fast on initiation. So she should be fine there in getting the Windsweep condition. So yeah, Windsweep is now actually her best B slot. I just wish you had merges and SP so you can actually show this in its full glory. But thank you, Silverhammer. This is probably the better idea. Better idea.
I don't know how I forgot about Windsweep.
I'm surprised I forgot about it. But yeah, actually, the Null Followup portion, I didn't even mention it last time. Is a really good idea.
Yep.
Let's start with Unlucky. 64 crowns, expect a lot. Unlucky, 40 plus 10 plus 6, 50 HP, 57 attack, 48 speed, 36 defense, 26 res, plus 6. You can tell this is somebody who stopped using Ayra after she kind of fell off prior to her refine. I'm sure you'll max this out now. Yeah?
Don't bother showing mine anymore.
Why? Oh, it's the same thing?
Except for the C skill.
Oh, okay. Well, Time's Pulse is perfect. Alright, real quick. Regno Astro, thanks to Ayra's Blade, 1 cooldown. Wait. It got a slaying. It got slaying.
Yes, it did.
That's the biggest complaint.
Wait, there's more.
Okay, real quick. That's the biggest complaint people put on her, right? Special trigger cooldown count -1. Everyone did slaying edge on her because they're like, we want Ragnar Astra instantly. Well, I was like, too bad. You have to use this flashing blade build. Well, now it's gone because she got special trigger cooldown count -1. She has slaying in her weapon. For all those who put slaying on her, don't matter anymore. Grants attack speed +3. Instead, back then it was speed +3 only, right?
Yes.
Two stats now. During combat, neutralize effects that grant special cooldown charge +X to foe or inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit. Wait.
That's part of Creator Sword.
We never had a hero do that outside of, well, Byleth. Since Byleth.
Outside of Byleth, nobody else does that. No one else at all.
That is crazy. It basically kills Special Fighter. And, it also kills... Kills guard.
It kills the utility of a lot of fighter skill.
Yep. That means you can't stop her from charging her special, chat. That's the point. That's what made Byleth so scary, because she had Ruptured Sky, and Ruptured Sky did a lot. But
I've gone from
Ragnar Astra's even better.
I will never know to now simping for a unit I'll never pull.
Good luck pulling Ayra, because she's I mean, you can spark pull her, right? No, as 4-star hero, I mean. But I don't know. But the thing is, like, a lot of people already have her, so it's a really great hero. I think everyone's gonna be happy. Which, by the way, had it just stopped right there. That
would have been good enough for a lot of people.
I would have been happy.
Wait, there's still more.
At start of combat, if foe's HP is over 75%, grants attack speed, defense rolls +4 during combat, and reduces damage from foes' first attack by 20%. Get out of here! This is even better.
20%, by the way.
Huh?
I said that's just a flat 20%, by the way.
Yeah, get out of here. That's even better than what we were expecting. By the way, in our mock-ups, people were like, Nims, I think your Ayra Refine is too good. You know, I think Shamil is hoping for too... No, he wasn't. I would argue this is even better. Now, Shamil had her, you know, having a brave weapon instead, essentially. But as it is now...
You know, this is still good.
This is still good.
Well,
this might be better.
More than good.
Because you can't stop her from throwing Ragnar Astra on you, which makes her one of the most scary units in the game. Ragnar Astra, 40% of unit speed is turned into damage at plus speed, 48 speed. And this is with DC, by the way. No augmentations from her rest of her stats. Attack speed, defense, rest +4 as well. So that's 52. 52 times 0.4. Wow. I'm actually calculating.
That's
20.8, which would round down to 20. 20 damage straight up from Ragnar Astra. And it's not like she's hitting you softly, as her attack is 61. And because she's expected to wipe you out before you get a second shot in.
Gave her null special charge.
Yeah.
And also her previous SPD +3 isn't gone. It stayed and got bumped up to act and SPD +3 on equip. She got both slaying and stat buffs.
Yep.
Yeah. Ayra is once again a god sword.
Yep. Welcome her back to S tier sword heroes. She is within the top 10 for sure. The only thing that held her back, I was gonna say the only thing that held her back in the day was her stats. And then you, Mr. MadCrash, showed me that she actually has enhanced BST, so she kept up with like Gen 2 sword heroes like, you know, Brave Celica.
She has the same BST as Brave Celica. Brave Celica has a little bit less HP for a little bit more res and a touch bit more speed, and also slightly less defense.
Slightly
their
worse.
stat spreads are similar.
I'm not sure about slightly worse, because you can see here with Spurn, a much better user of Spurn, because now that Ragnar Astra gets 5 true damage as well. And of course, with Ayra's Blade, 20% damage reduction on top of likely a 40% damage reduction as well. It's not additive, chat, but that's what, 50% damage reduced?
52.
52?
Well, that's nuts.
She closed to Larson.
And let's not forget, you can have Flane on the same team for even more shenanigans.
No, I think she's better than Flane, because she has 40 defense at base. So even if you say you hit 60 on her, you would do like, what, 9 damage?
No, I'm saying that you can keep Spurn and also have Flane on the team nearby.
Oh, yeah, sure. But that's the entire point, chat. Huge damage reduction. Huge.
Yep. So if you're using any of the damage reduction B skills with her Refine, and you have Flame nearby, the total reduction is 64.4%. Meaning she is taking 33.6% of incoming damage.
Yep. So yeah, chat. I don't know how you guys like view Larcy or Byleth as better. I get the rest of the Creator Sword, but honestly, her ability to have Regnal Astra be unstoppable is what makes her terrifying. And it's only one cooldown, chat. And Ayra's Blade is on both phases. In other words, with this encounter, you attack her, she's reducing a ton of damage. You gotta outspeed her, which is hard. Well, like this is a bit
Ayra
easier.
is light blessed, by the way.
Yeah. So she's gonna sweep entire teams.
Have in common? Dorothea.
Okay. The difference here was joint drive attack and brazen attack speed. Fair enough, but the brazen might be a bit rough to get into. You have 51 HP. She's reducing 50% damage. 52% damage. It's gonna take you a while. I would just say use something else. Attack speed solo or whatever. It's fine. Obama Desu! Whoa, you're not plus 10? Oh, lull speed defense. That's not bad. But I do think damage reduction, especially Spurn, because Regnal Astra spamming makes the most sense. Gives you more damage reduction, and you get 5 damage on top of that, which is really good. Defense Smoke is fine. Mystic Boost for the healing is okay.
Yep.
Hard to argue with it. Yep.
Yeah, if you're using Flame on the team as well, dropping the damage reduction B skills for Null Followup would actually be a very strong option for Ayra.
ASX. Distant counter, close call, pulse smoke, speed res solo. Yeah, this is more like what I kind of believe in as well, right? If you don't have Spurn, damage reduction, pulse smoke to take away their specials, speed res solo patches up her biggest weakness, her res, and more speed helps the close call out, and of course, helps out Regnal Astra, because Regnal Astra is 40%. Huh?
Legion just linked an image to in stream guest chat, and it further illustrates the stupid coverage that Nowi has. I know it's a bit of a backtrack, but yeah, it's insane.
Okay. Manny, right. DC Spurn, all around G, life and death Spurn. Okay, life and death wouldn't be so bad with the damage reduction she gets from Ayra's Blade now. But still, you don't need to do that. Alright, I'm gonna do Jazo's. Absolute Zero, DC Spurn, Speed Smoke. Okay, this is overkill. Don't need that no more. Attack Smoke maybe to give you a bit more. I don't think you need. By the way, chat, I don't think you need Times Pulse. Times Pulse is overkill. But if you have Times Pulse, you do realize what happens, right? You attack Regnal Astra. If they survive, they hit you, and then you have Regnal Astra again. You hit them twice with Regnal Astra. That's a bit silly, but yeah, I would use Attack Smoke. I don't think she's going to be worried about getting outsped if you use Speed Res Solo, because that's with Ayra's Blaze, 60 speed. Reich Ether, this is a very offensive Swiss Barrel, a Wrath, Regnal Astra. Fair enough. Ooh, Anima Blessing. You know, chat, if you give her damage reduction, she might be very scary. Actually, she is very scary. Like, how do you touch her properly? Okay, that sounds a bit wrong, but you know what I mean. Like, how do you beat her properly? If you give her damage reduction from like Spurn or something, and because she has Regnal Astra, she's pretty scary. Ludo! And this one is attack speed solo for Null Followup, Times Pulse, attack speed solo. Which, by the way, because of Times Pulse, instant Regnal Astra, and double attack speed solo, her damage output is through the roof. 7 plus 6.
Yeah.
Plus 4.
Also,
17.
This became a very flexible build unit.
Yep.
She can run Wrath in a few or just
that
be a
is
dodge stand.
Exactly.
60 speed?
60 speed, 74 attack with instant Regnal Astra. And if she gets if she attacks Regnal Astra. If they're still alive, they hit and then she Regnal Astras them again. And with as much speed as that, the Regnal Astra is what, like 30 something damage now? I don't know. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Very good unit now. Alright, we did promise to check out Jazo's. But yeah, I'm sorry, chat. Like, you shouldn't be surprised. A lot of OGs have tons of this character. Wow. Wow, I'm surprised. I had Vic pegged this guy who would do Spurn because that's what all Vic cares about. But if you give her Null Followup and Ayra's Blade, isn't this just better than Byleth? Female Byleth now? Because you got the Null Followup as well.
Female Byleth does have a free B slot to actually have all of that, but then again, the 20%.
The 20% damage reduction is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still, yeah. So there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on with Ayra. And in, let's say a year, maybe a year and a half, we're going to start seeing Book 3 units getting refined.
Because of Ayra's Blade now providing her more stats, she actually does have more stats overall than female Byleth. Because female Byleth is 168 BST and Ayra's 162. So, but that's the point, chat. She actually keeps up stat-wise, and with Null Followup, she has basically Creator Sword, and with damage reduction, like it's, yeah, if you give her Null Followup in their B slot, that's what essentially you get. So, this is really good. No, Ayra's back into S tier. It's hard to even argue that.
Refine when?
Yeah, she only started falling out a year and a half ago-ish. And even then, she was still quite strong then.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, and Pulse Smoke's nice. Okay. Finally, Jazo, which is... Unfortunately, Jazo, DC Spurn Times Pulse, I think, is the best possible build you can put on her, guys. So, yep. Hard to argue with that. Hatching up her res, giving her a bit more speed, helps the Spurn, helps the Regno Astra. Ayra's Blade is as good as ever. I think that's your build, guys. If you did Ayra, my suggested build is DC Spurn Times Pulse. Just makes her so hard to deal with. As a defensive hero especially, because if you run her with Triandra or Yoon, a bit more speed, a bit more HP, and as soon as they hit her, she Regno Astras you. And because, again, Ayra's Blade means you can't guard her, she's just going to hit you with Regno Astra. That's scary. That's pretty scary. This is a ridiculous hero. I like her a lot. I still wish I got Ayra. I've been playing since launch, and I have no Iris.
My heir too.
Yep.
Special! No. No, Peshal, no. This isn't what you're supposed to do, Peshal. Stop being a weirdo, Peshal. Just go back to Regno Astra like every normal and sane person. He doesn't need Flashing Blade for Peshal. You're being a dummy. You're being a dummy. Stop. Stop. Alright, moving on.
If you get that desperation effect from Dual Byleth, though, this actually does have a higher damage output.
Stop trying to justify this. Alright, so, to summarize. Did I say this looks ghetto? It looks pretty ghetto. Alright, chat, let me know which one was your favorite refine. I'm just gonna be frank. My favorite refine out of all these is Grimoire. Because that's so cool. Our first ultra movement hero in this game is Nowi. The ability to move up to 4 spaces, and because she's a ranged unit, has a threat and range of 6, potentially, is pretty nice. She can teleport in, drop the debuffs on everybody. And if you run rain on her, definitely drop the debuffs on everybody. That's a very interesting hero. In E3's defense, I can see her teleporting in and sniping heroes. But if we're going to be honest, the best refine is Ayra's Blade. Because Ayra has ascended back into S tier. Not even close. So powerful. But I think between those two refines, those are my favorites. Not to say there are any bad refines outside Naglfar and Lyon IS, please. Outside that one, I'm pretty happy with everything.
Yep. Ivaldi isn't anything completely meta-shattering, but it's good enough to give her a niche, and the healing that she gets after combat means that she can actually become a somewhat respectable bruiser.
Mm-hmm. Leon lost this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, follow. But that was...